Yo, what's going on guys? My name is Manic and today I'm going to give you guys a very quick overview on how to set up KovaaKs. People like to overcomplicate it a lot and make it seem like it's really difficult and make super long videos on how to set it up, but it's super fast and simple, so I'm just going to show you guys the overall basics that you need to know to set up KovaaKs. So if you enjoy this video and find it helpful, be sure to drop a like and a comment, and if you really like my tutorials, then maybe even drop a sub. But without further ado, let's get into this video. The first thing you want to do is open your settings, and for your sensitivity you want Fortnite %, and then you would put whatever your in-game sense is. So mine is 8%, so I would just put 8. Here's this 15, whatever, 14, 15, you know, whatever, then you just put it in. Mine's 8, and if you have a different X and Y sense, then you're going to tick the vertical sensitivity locked or horizontal box off, and then you could put whatever it is, if you have like 7 or like 9 or whatever you want to use. But me personally, I just use 8 and have this ticked on because my X and Y are always the same. Okay, so let's say you guys want to get your ADS sensitivity in Fortnite. So what you would do is you would put your hip fire sense, which mine is 8%, then you would multiply it by your ADS, mine is 50. So you'll get this, and then what you need to do is divide it by 100, and this will be your ADS sense. Okay, so once you guys get your ADS sense, you would just type it in here, which for me would be 4, and that is your ADS sense. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is FOV. So what you used to do is you would put Overwatch 103, and this would be the old like Fortnite FOV in KovaaKs. But what you want to do is open it and put Fortnite, and no matter where you slide this, it'll stay on 80, which is Fortnite's default FOV. So now the next thing you guys want to do is change your keybinds, which don't really matter at all, but make sure you have a reset session bind. I put E because it's something close. So let's say I start a challenge for this strafing map. So whatever the target will be here, let's say I mess up, I want to start, I'll click E and it'll restart the session for me, and then I can keep going. You can restart it as many times as you want. So now that you're done with your keybinds, since they don't really matter, you want to go to weapons and tick hide weapon on. You don't want your gun to be showing this right here. It's not like a first person shooter game, you know, it's Fortnite. You want to make sure this weapon is gone and not on your screen. So like I said, just come over here, tick this box on, and then save. So now we're going to go over Crosshair. Now what I have is this one, which is gap4px.png, and I put it in the default color red, which is right here. And the reason why is since I made my targets all black, the crosshair is very easy to see. Now if you just leave your targets the default, which is red, then I suggest turning your crosshair color to something like this dark green. And also make sure the crosshair scale is 1.3. It doesn't have to be 1.3, but that's what I personally think is the best. So now you have all your gun sounds, which I didn't really mess with them, except what I did mess with was my hit sound, which I just downloaded. There's a bunch of them that are already in the game, but I downloaded my own. But it doesn't really matter, hit sounds don't matter. A lot of people actually like to play with them off, but it's all basically personal preference. So nextly, in video, you guys want to make sure you're in full screen and have your desktop's resolution. Mine is 1920 by 1080, but if you play on like a stretch res or something, then just click on your stretch res from here. You can click custom and type it in directly. Or if you're like on a different type of native res, like 16 by 9, then you could click it. Just make sure you're on your desktop's resolution. Next will be in visuals, and this is all basically personal preference, but you guys could copy my settings if you want to. I'll scroll through them. The reason why I changed them is because it's easier on my eyes and it looks nicer, and plus like I said, I wanted the targets to be all black, which you could change here with a red crosshair, so it's very easy to see and you could focus on the targets themselves. So the next thing would be sound, which again I don't think matters. You guys could do whatever you want with it, but if you want to copy my settings, then here they are. So next is the UI. Now I think this is really important, but you guys don't have to mess with any of these, but all of these things that I have ticked off I think you should do as well. It just makes the game look nicer, and you could focus more on aiming instead of seeing all your scores and focusing on your accuracy percentage and stuff like that. But if you want to see it, then you guys just don't need to mess with this kind of stuff if you just want the default KovaaKs look. Okay, so this was super short, but there's not much to go over with KovaaKs. It's very simple, and people like to overcomplicate it, but don't get too intimidated by KovaaKs. It's an awesome software. It could help you get really good aim, and I strongly recommend it, and so do tons of other aimers, and it's way easier to set up than you would think. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, but I am out. Peace.